Aloha everyone, what is going on my dudes? Today is July 5th, 2021. We got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the continuation of the RuneScape 20-year anniversary Miniquest series, Once Upon a Time Fortunes. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go!
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, the Miniquest series for RuneScape 20-year anniversary is continuing today, this time with a mini-quest called Fortunes. This time around, in order to stop Relomia's mischief, you and Closure have decided to create your own quest for Relomia to hopefully give her a sense of self-worth, and ultimately, hopefully, to get her to refrain from trying to steal your life story. In this third installment, you'll recall 3 iconic quests from the 6th Age. In order to get started, you're going to want to talk to Closure in their office. The requirements are the 2 previous parts of Once Upon a Time, Foreshadowing and Flashback. It is recommended that you do complete Missing Presumed Death, Dishonor Among Thieves, and Death of Chivalry. Upon completion, you will be awarded a medium XP lamp as well as a cosmetic weapon override. Moving on, I just want to mention that the Yak Track, Yak to the Light, will be ending this Sunday. That's June 11th. So you got just under a week to wrap it up and get those last few tasks done and get yourself those Seren-themed cosmetics. Having said that, we're going to now shift on over to the patch notes and see what's been changed with today's update, so let's go ahead and check it out. Starting off with the city of Sentistan, the smoke cloud has been added to the borrowed power spell. It was also overperforming for non-magic users, so the debuff now has a 40% effective for non-magic style damage. So for range and melee, the critical hit cap is dropped from 112 to 104.8, and the critical strike damage 15% down to 6. Trim Masterwork Armor's bleed effect will no longer reduce with the Animate Dead spell, and there was a hotfix where they fixed an issue that would prevent players from picking up the Blood Ward after killing the Blood Warden in City of Sentistan. Moving on to mobile changes, they improved the wiki button on the chat message panel to help stop users from accidentally sending their wiki search to a chat channel. Added the online status filter. Moved the chat badge options into chat customization accessed via gameplay settings. Prevented the action bar swap feature from interfering with the user's revolution setup on the mobile clients. Increased the size of the text on 2D cutscenes. It will now also scale with screen size. Fixed an issue with the common chat settings window when using the \close button. Players can now reliably report offensive chat on mobile. Fixed an issue where the Berthorpe prayer path was difficult to complete if activated with 0 prayer points. Fixed an issue with one of Mami Rimba's dialogue lines at the player-owned farm. Fixed an issue which caused some mobile users to log in with a blank ribbon. Fixed an issue with the chat boxes on mobile that could cause players to be kicked from the game. Fixed an issue where set FPS was increased by 5 on mobile devices. Added the buy keys button and the out of keys button prompts back to the Treasure Hunter interface on iOS. Next up, legendary pets. Entering a player-owned house with a legendary pet will no longer revert any visual overrides, and they put a hotfix out where players can no longer override legendary pets with other legendary pets. Moving on to the tutorial, the Mayor of Davendale's voiceover now matches the text displayed when approaching the gates. The text displayed during the smithing tutorial on the Berthorpe path is now clearer about what to do next. Moving on, added black and blue dark mage hats and matching hoods. Next, we got some engine changes. These were added to the game on the 30th last month. Improved graphics performance on mobile phones. Reduced minimum support iOS version to 13. Reduced client freezes and stuttering in busy areas. Improved consistency on the auto setup feature on mobile when selecting balanced graphical settings. Water reflections no longer render at low quality on mobile. Adjusted tap offset handling for iOS devices. Fix some rare crashes on iOS devices. You are now able to toggle depth of field even when draw distance settings are below high. Fixed an issue with graphic setting detection on startup which could result in enabling depth of field on low draw distance. Fixed a mobile client freeze that would occur after the player interacted with the Warforged caves. Fixed a mobile client freeze that would occur during the escape part of the Desperate Measures quest. And fixed a shadow issue on Qualcomm devices. Moving on to some other changes, the magical potion effect of Emerald Bolts has been adjusted. They no longer poison the target, now applies a single poison hit on activation, deals 2 to 4% weapon damage. Damage now scales with potion modifiers, and the effect now activates as expected. They've improved the messaging when attempting to perform an erroneous action with a familiar special attack. The date date of birth required interface is now presented properly and will no longer prevent players from logging out. Wizard Myrtle will no longer appear without a chat head when discussing Curse of the Blackstone with her at Mudskipper Point. The Challenge Maria achievement will no longer unlock every time you speak to her. Slayer Masters are now able to assign Banshee tasks to players wearing the Mask of Mourning. Various locations now remember chosen skybox overrides and will return to it when leaving the area. Rings and amulets will no longer be mistaken for combat auras when attempting to travel to Intrana. It's no longer possible to smuggle the Slayer Master Capes effect across multiple Slayer tasks. Fixed an issue with the user custom ribbon layout being removed after a world hop or re-login, which resulted in a custom ribbon appearing blank. Trading tutorial will no longer be stuck when attempting to buy items with a full backpack. Fixed an issue where certain familiar special attacks couldn't be used via the action bar. Upgrading from Silver to Gold Premier Club, membership through the marketplace will now give you the correct in-game benefits. And finally, the Dwarven Harvester will now only consume one charge when used with a patch bomb or the Farming Skill Cape perk. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there and check them out. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.